But real quick, Lorraine, do you remember the first time we met?
We were at the Skin Games.
Yep, we were
We
at
were
the
at the Skin
game.
Games. I don't remember exactly when we met, but we were together. We were like together the whole weekend, I feel like.
Yep.
And we were talking to students. We were talking about different experiences. I think, just kind of navigating through the whole experience of the Skin Games.
Yep.
But do you remember that one student that we met?
We met a few.
You know who I'm talking about.
Yeah, I do.
She was scary that she was graduating, and that was her, and her lack of ability of waxing. It floored me. She just couldn't wax, and she really had no idea what she was doing. And this was going to be a very soon graduate.
Yes, that was actually, I think that was at this year's Skin Game. I think we met at the Skin Games the year before.
You are
But
right.
this year's Skin Games, it was very scary that students that were graduating like within a couple of days did not even know how to spread wax. She spread it on my arms, and I remember the look that me and you both gave was like,
Are you frosting a cake on her arm? What are you doing? I don't even think I could hold my tongue. It was so awful. And to the fact that she was going to go out into the world and potentially put that down on somebody's body. I don't understand. Is it they're afraid? Is it the lack of education? And I think this is going to open up the door to our next part of our next conversation.
yes.
And
I think a lot of it is lack of education. I can't remember. I was talking to someone recently, and they were saying they didn't do any waxing in school. And so then you get out here and you want to become a waxer because you hear of the money and
correct.
But it's
part of being an esthetician, right? So you think you have to get into this box and you have to get out here and you have to wax.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just not there. From being a student, obviously I was a student, they showed you just the bare minimum. They showed me how to do a basic bikini line, a basic this, and a basic that. And then coming from myself being an educator and working in a school, they did not put emphasis on the importance of what it was to teach your students Brazilian waxing and teach them with a strip wax, teach them with a hard wax, and what it meant for them to be proficient in that, to go out into the world to do everything that encompasses being an esthetician does, right? As waxing. They do not do the students justice.
No, they don't. And one of the things that I was speaking, I remember who I was speaking to. I was speaking to someone that was a student that went to the same school that I went to. And her complaint was, because she was going for the full program, every time a wax would come in, they would give it to the aesthetic students. They wouldn't allow the beauticians to do the waxing. So once they graduate, they never wax the person, but now they want to do waxing as their profession,
right,
and don't have a clue of how to do it. So we have to make sure that, they're going to a school that's going to allow them to learn waxing, if that's what,
Yeah. The chance to really feel different wax, to be proficient in different wax, to get as many bodies as they can. I remember when I was an educator, Brazilian waxes were towards the end of the program. They didn't put too much emphasis on it. And I turned that around. And when I was teaching, right from the get-go, they had to grow in, and we had to wax through the whole course of their education, their time with me. And they had to at least do 8 or 10 or 12. It wasn't like 2 and 4, because you're just not going to know. Too many things come up as you learn to wax. So too many different scenarios that if you don't really try to bring all that in school, where you can control that environment for these students, it just gets lost. And then, like, we look at students like we saw at the Skin Games, because that was scary and terrible.
It was very scary.
She was pretty confident in her strip too. She thought she was doing it right. And that's what just made me, I couldn't believe it. I think, yeah, the look you and two and that we gave her, like, what is that? What
But
is
the good
happening?
thing, yes, and the good thing though, we talked about her, but we talked about her while she was there, and we
That's right.
showed
We
her.
corrected her. We did. We
We
gave her, we did. We gave her
did.
some very, I think, important pointers, some very, yeah, just from our professional opinion from doing it for years, how to help her, how to help her.
Yes,
So, yes, we were talking about it. No, no.
no, and we were, girl, you know we was talking about her, but we talked about her while she was there, and that's okay.
That's
And
okay.
the good thing about it, when she came to, to our table, we have the waxes out there. So we let her try the different waxes. So that's one of the good things of coming to visit our table when you come to the skin games is you can play with the waxes and see how
Yep,
pliable they are, how good you can spread them. So she did do a much better job
she
after we
did.
showed her technique. So
Correct.
that's the thing. They must not even be showing technique because we were with her for 5 minutes and she got it like that.
Exactly. We just showed her a couple little tips and tricks from
Hmm.
people who are doing it for a long time, who have mastered different waxing, and be able to just say, "Hey, look, I can look at this and just show you, just like this and just like
Yep.
that." And I think she even felt a little bit better, and that was really great. Yeah, it was excellent.
Yeah.